So Tenshey has been incredible around my coaching journey. It was actually the first time I've ever had a coach. And I actually wish I had it earlier on in my career, because what the coach brings forward is, one, it brings a really safe place to kind of share the situations that you're working on. Two, it really brings an outside lens in. A lot of times we get very myopic about our issues, and even when we leverage our peers within the situation, they can't see the entirety of the situation. And so bringing someone in from the outside in really is helpful. And third, I think it helps me be more thoughtful in my troubleshooting. Usually the coach can't answer my problem, but they can help me think through how to get to it. And I think sometimes in my own stubbornness, I have to come to the solution on my own, but what I feel like the coach does is give me the guide to get there.
I really love the approach that they take, and it's not a one-size-fits-all. When I first met with Maggie, she really wanted to know about me, who I was, what my desires were, what my challenge had been so far in my career. And she really learned about who I was as a person, and that way she could really help direct me to the best coach. And then to follow up on that, it wasn't her just aligning me to a coach. She gave me a couple of options, and then I interviewed those coaches. So I was really in the driver's seat. And so interviewing those two coaches was fantastic. And I felt like they were both a great fit for a couple different reasons. So I was kind of in a quandary of, okay, which coach do I go ahead and select? And so I went back to Maggie to have a follow-up, and she's like, okay, Sue, who's your selected coach? And I said, I can't decide. And so she sat with me once again and really asked me what I liked about each coach, and really helped me to narrow down who was going to be the best fit for me. And I will tell you, Mary has been an incredible coach for me, and I couldn't be happier with the selection that Maggie helped me make.
The three things that come to mind that I've seen results right away are around communication, prioritization, and managing relationships. The communication piece is critically important, especially as a leader that's dealing with multiple levels, whether it's the direct reports or your peers, or whether it's senior leadership or internal and external partners that we deal with. The ability to communicate up and down the chain and influence the outcomes of individuals has been critically important. And my coach has been able to provide me with certain frameworks that make that process and make me much more effective.
I would say that the top three results that I'm seeing from my coaching journey are related to the complexities of working in corporate IT. So first of all, I learned that I personally have a tendency to be able to go right down to the granular and get into the nitty-gritty of a problem. My coach helped me to keep it up-leveled and to go to the good first and to see who my allies were. The second thing that I learned from her was that I wanted to use my strengths of my relationship building skills. It's a very complex organization. I can't possibly have the answers to everything, every problem that arises, every escalation that I'm presented with. But I probably know the right person, and I've built that relationship with someone who can help in that. Thirdly, and finally, I would say that there's a high sense of urgency with what we do. And being able to prioritize that, to really understand what is most important for me to address on a daily basis, will allow for me to sort out and parse and to delegate to those when I realize that it's not necessarily my issue, but it's definitely one that needs to be addressed.
What's great about the relationship with my Tenshey coach is, one, it feels like you're just talking to a friend, and in a friend that's invested in you, that cares about you and wants to see your career forward. And it's also like someone there who is invested but also is there to celebrate with you. And that is an incredible feeling, especially when you're going through challenges in your career, to know that in the end, when you get past it, there's someone there to celebrate with you.